My name is Brandon, and over the past year, the Delight Cafe team and I traveled across the U.S. researching this rapidly growing industry of CBD products. What we have found throughout the industry were products that were inconsistent in dosage and used ingredients that weren't even lab tested. Products with chalky textures, bitter aftertaste, and worst of all, confusion among the CBD consumers. That's why we created Delight Cafe. A 15 milligram, lab-tested, all-natural, water-soluble hemp CBD powder pack. It's odorless, colorless, and tasteless. Add it to your favorite drink of choice, wherever, whenever, on the go. Quickly find your calm, your balance, and your delight when you need it most.
Good morning. Good morning. Java Delight will uplift you. Stay tuned. The show is about to begin. Grab your coffee. Stay tuned. This show is about to begin.
Hi, my name is Gavin Kerr.
My name is Brandon Croucher.
And you're watching Java Delight.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell.
Enjoy the show.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. My name is Brandon Croucher. This is Java Delight, and I am with the one, the only. Just say your name so I don't have Brian Tracy sending me messages saying I'm saying it wrong still. Ilsa. Ladies and gentlemen from South Africa, after she's done training great white sharks how to jump through hoops and baby lions, training them as she pets them in her sleep. We have the wonderful and only Ilsa.
Best intros ever.
I love it.
Good morning, guys. Morning.
Good morning. Well, yeah. So right now, oh my gosh. Excuse me. I apologize. Wow, did that come up fast? So right now we have a special guest in the background who actually we all know and love very, very much. And he actually has been doing something fun this week. He's been spending time with his family. He's been catching up. But Elsa, have you ever been to like an amusement park like Cedar Point? Disney World is not the best example, but it's one I can use.
Ours is not as big as yours. They call it Gold Reef City. So we've got a amusement park. So yes, I have.
So do you like roller coasters?
I've been on them and they're not my favorite, but I'm not scared to go on them. I just don't feel very well when I get off.
See, there's two jokes in there that you've made that I'm avoiding right now. One of them is they're not as big as yours. And the other one is... Gavin's in the back, like shaking his head at me already. So Gavin has been spending time with some family, and he's backstage right now, and he's going to be showing us. We're going to look at some pictures and videos of what he did. Talk to him for a few minutes this morning, and get all about how Gavin's doing. Do a catch up with him, Mr. Gavin Kerr. And the banana's back. The banana's back. Hi there, banana. Yep, and the beautiful Elsa. Like, I have to worry about this. Yeah, Elsa. I have to worry about this banana because the truth. Did I say it wrong? Is that why she's laughing at me?
No.
Like, I literally am. I don't mean to say it wrong. I'm trying my best, but I know I do. So please know, Elsa, I'm never being mean with your name. I'm just.
It's that my name is actually such a huge problem that at work I've got different nicknames. I've got people calling me Mari. Some of the African guys that work there, they call me Mari Miani. Why? I have no idea. And then
Is that a pop culture reference that we just don't
Yeah,
get?
thank you. Like, I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
neither do I. Neither do I. I have no idea. They just came out one day, and then some of them call me that. And then there's one. His name is Phyllis. He always when he walks past me in the morning, he goes, "Hello, Ely," and then it's like, "Hello, Phyllis," because it rhymes with mine. Because they all struggle to say my name, so it's fine. I'm so used to it. I got people calling me a dude over the phone though. That I'm not okay with. But
They said like sir or something like that?
Yes. Apparently over the phone, I've got a very male voice, according to the South African people. Hills of the jungle. Oh my word.
Hold on. We're going to play a game. All right. Go ahead and talk, you guys. I'm going to see if I can tell the difference.
At the same time.
Okay, Gavin, I heard
you know we have different accents, right?
Yeah, I heard you there.
Doesn't matter the pitch of the voice. In different parts of the world.
Oh, she used her F word already. We're 5 minutes in. Damn. So, Gavin, are you ready for this, my man? I'm going to pull in your pictures.
Yeah.
He shared it with me. He's coming to start the morning with us for a few minutes and have some fun. Tell us about this, Gavin. Look at your hair.
Yeah. So this is actually my favorite picture that I took because you know how you get your picture taken on certain rides and then you can buy them for like $50 or something atrocious like that. Well, I was standing there with a dozen other people just blatantly with their phones, just taking pictures of the screens, and none of the staff was saying anything about it. They're like, we're just going to let them do that.
It's probably for the best because, like, come on. Aren't those like $20?
No, I think they're closer to 30.
Are you kidding? Does it come with a frame and a blowjob? Like, good Lord.
Not the frame. They might come with a blowjob. I don't know. I think it depends because at Cedar Point they have people from all over the world working there, so I think it depends which country you get for the employee.
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Cedar Point. They've changed the rules there. I didn't know you could get that. Like, for $30, that might be worth it.
Or it absolutely might not be worth it.
Hopefully not a photo a while that happens.
It's $30 for that, but then how much is the doctor visit going to cost?
Or better yet,
medication is going to be way more expensive.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, like, here's your new ride, and you get this, like, employee, and then they're taking pictures like this of you on the ride?
yeah, there you go. I am curious now. Do you think that it could be considered prostitution if you had somebody like let's say you had a prostitute who was selling candy bars, and when you buy a candy bar, they also just so happen to give you a Hummer?
What's a Hummer?
A blowjob.
But I have to. What does
I'm sitting there like, oh, this is not going to go well with this one.
But yeah, would that be considered prostitution? She's like, oh, thank you for buying my candy bar. Let me just really quick.
Yeah, like, how do you do that? Oh, here's your change.
Yeah. Because then you're not buying the blowjob, you're just buying the candy bar, and she just is very grateful for your patron, for you being a patron.
Yeah, thanks for coming by today. Come with a CU.
Yep.
Next. Who is this handsome young devil?
There's no one else on the screen. It's just us three.
Oh, sorry. I forgot I pulled that out. This one.
That's my little brother Jeffrey.
Sorry, that was my fault. I forgot I pulled that out.
Hey,
and that's
an interesting little child. We went to go get food at one of the restaurants there, and I asked him what he wants. We go to a smokehouse, and he actually reminded me of you, Brandon, because we went to this place that had awesome brisket and steak and all this delicious smoked food, and he got a salad.
Yeah, he's a smart kid.
Yeah, he got a salad, yeah. I mean, it worked out for me because I just got a meal and then gave him my salad, so I saved probably like $10 on another meal.
That's true. That's very true. Honestly, though, that's a good thing. Like, if he's already eating salads, what is he, 12?
He's 11. It just surprised me. Yeah. No, he's
What
a little old soul. In all honesty, we were doing Skyhawk, which is probably it's one of my favorite rides. It's not the fastest, it's not the craziest, but to me, it's the most like relaxing and peaceful ride, and I really find the beauty in that. And basically, you go straight up for I think it's like 200 feet or something like that. And then you just spin around in these huge swings in a circle. And I get up there with him and I'm telling him that I'm like, yeah, this is my favorite ride just because it's very nice. Like it's very soothing to me. And he gets up there and he looks around and he goes, you know what, Gavin? This is a really nice view. I understand why you like this so much.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gavin's a
11 years
great
old.
big brother. Great big brother. Great big brother.
Oh no,
I
I rarely see any of my little siblings. I just try to be good when I'm around them.
Well,
That's sad.
I think
that's
you are.
actually sad.
Whoop. Hold on. Sorry, I wanted to click this.
I don't remember what all these videos are. There's no audio.
There's no audio. Okay, so he's just yelling at the camera. There's them smiling again. I think Facebook's just effing with me. You have all these videos. You want to do this one?
Yeah, there you go. So I would have had more videos of us on different rides, but actually in this one, you might hear it at the end. I get yelled at almost immediately on the speaker. Somebody yelled at me for having my phone out. They said, "Put it away."
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently they have cameras on the rides.
Yeah, but I think it might be because it can fall out of your hand.
Yeah, they don't want people dropping them because either one, then they got to deal with trying to get it back, or deal with the pissed off customer because they won't get it back, or two, then it might hit somebody.
I'm laughing because
that's also possible.
Yeah,
I know the sound didn't go through to everybody, but the sound came into my headset, and you can hear clear as day. They go, "Put the phone away," and you're like, "Oh!" Like you hear Gavin say it, and I'm like cracking up over here.
Yeah.
Guys, let's go through. Say hello to everybody. Gavin, you'll give us all good vibes for the day. Give us a good thought, and then Elsa and I are going to take it into the day. We're going to get knocked today out and have a great day. We thank you for showing us family time and catching us up on how you're doing. I look forward to it. By the way, if you didn't watch the H yesterday, you might want to. There's a strip show by Fernando on Accident on there.
Nice.
Not really. Like he jumps on and he's in his underwear and doesn't realize he's on this screen. I'm like, hello. And it was right before we went live too. So I was dying. I'm like, I'm going to hit live. You better hurry up and get whatever you're going to get done. He's like, I'm sorry, I'm trying. He's covering the camera. I was dying. So, Gavin, give us a good word for everybody and tell us a loving message. And Ilsa and I will get right into the bio and talk about what we're going to do today.
Yeah. So I'm really stoked because I have a little bit more yard work. I'm almost done with all my yard work. I got a little bit more I got to do today, and it is raining, and it looks like it's going to be pouring rain. And I'm really excited about that because I'm still going to get that yard work done. I'm not going to actually, I love the rain, and that's kind of how life is sometimes. You know, when it rains, you can still get stuff done. It's just, it's a bit inconvenience, but that's all it really is. Don't let a little inconvenience stop you from getting done what you want to get done. Plain and simple.
100%, 100%. Smile. Perfect. That's all I wanted. I got the screenshot of what I wanted.
Okay.
Guys, let's say hello to everybody. Say your hellos. Tell us where you're at today. We want to make sure we spread love and positivity. I'm going to go all the way to the top. If you're not first, you're last. Ricky Bobby style.
I just watched that movie the other day.
Did you?
So funny thing, we were talking about it, and my roommate Jonathan was talking about it with me, and so my producer Colin and I, we ended up watching it that night downstairs, and it turns out Jonathan was watching it right above us at the exact same time, and we figured it out until 2 days later.
That's funny. That is funny. All right, you ready?
There's no such thing as coincidences.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you ready? Gavin, you get this one.
Hey, Stuart Lone Wolf Holloway.
Elsa.
And Jessica is the one. And Jessica is in the winner's circle. Hello, Brian. Good morning, Jessica.
How you doing, Big Banana?
Eels of the jungle.
No, just the name. Say hi to the name.
Oh, hi, David. I'm sorry, why the jungle?
Oh, yeah. It's in the jungle. She likes playing games. She's in South Africa. We all say her name wrong. Yes, we do. That was, top of my head.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Thank you, guys.
That wasn't bad, yeah.
Good morning to one of my favorite souls to walk the earth, Miss C.K. Ford. I think that's everybody this morning. Did we miss anybody? Ricky Bobby. Nope. Perfect. All right, guys. Thank you, Gavin, for coming in. Thank you for spreading love and positivity with us. We're going to dive into this today. And hi, just the name.
Take care, Brandon. Oh, wait.
Love you, buddy. Yeah, bye, buddy. I'll see you in a couple hours.
Take
Bye.
care.
Au revoir. Did you see how suave he is? Au revoir. So, guys, don't forget to go like, comment, share, and spread the positivity with us. We're doing everything we can to help spread this network and get out there. But here's the fun thing. You ready? We are less than 42 subscribers away from 300. We are at 259. 259. So I don't care if you have 2 YouTube accounts, hit subscribe. I don't care if you have 12 YouTube accounts, go hit subscribe. Help us get to that 300. The goal is before the end of the month. That means we have less than a week left. I don't even know what today's date is, but we can do this. We're close. We can do this. Elsa's going to be out there sharing it, her and her Stone Daisies. It's her podcast where she smokes weed and talks about music. Love it. I'm just kidding. She doesn't. It just goes with the name. But for real, she is doing good things. Help us, guys. We are so close to that 300. I want to be able to brag that our community is one of the best ever because we're growing and spreading that positivity and joy all over. So
we'll do the same. We'll share their links as well.
I love you.
Each other.
I love you.
I love you too.
I love you too. I am excited because you are going to try to come to the United States and you're going to come here is there a time frame? I forget if you said there's a time you're going to come.
Well, my appointment for my visa could only get due to the COVID on the 25th of Jan 2022. Which is not that far away if you look at it. So it gives me time to build the platform for Stone Daisies as well. Because the whole plan is to have 2 chapters. So we want a local chapter to promote our local musicians, and local artists and stuff. And then we want an international one where we travel across the world and interview the different bands and like that create a musical network, if you call it like that.
Yeah.
So that people can start relating to artists because a lot of artists, the industry struggled.
Yeah.
And we've seen firsthand because it's close friends of ours. And so we helping them, they're helping us, and they are an amazing community. When we said, listen, guys, we want to interview you. Will you do this for us? I'm telling you, it wasn't 2 ticks and everything was sorted. We've got somebody that helps us edit our videos, that did our artwork for us, everything. And then we want to merchandise it because we want to connect it to a clothing line, the Stone Daisies. Because Stone Daisies is not just cannabis, but also to empower people, because I don't want to put a gender to it, to use their voices, because in the old age you were stoned if you said something or they weren't happy with you. So the Stone Daisies, because we just lay it out there and show people the real us. So
I think that is all you can ask for out of people. Like, honestly, that's awesome. I'm excited to see it.
I'm telling you, I've never seen a bunch of people jump so much to help other people become a success. It's amazing for me to see.
And I love that because you need people like that. And we need to catch those people that are doing it. We spend so much time, and I'm going to use my F-bomb since you used yours in the first 20 minutes. But like, we spend so much time wondering and worrying about what the fuck everybody else wants from us. And what
they're going to think of us.
Yes. And then we turn around and we don't see the people that are showing up daily. And you know what? F that. Forget them. It's showing up to the people that show up daily. Show up for them because they're showing up for you. And if you don't show up for them, you're effing yourself. Jessica Dugas and I talked about it this morning. And she says, must come Muscle Shoals, Alabama, Hall of Fame music studio. Sweet home, Alabama.
Definitely do that. I know that song. I love Kid Rock. I know that song.
Kid Rock made the alternative version. There's another one.
Leonard, is it Leonard Skinner? I know, but I like the Kid Rock one. I know some music. I mean,
no, you are a stone daisy. I am a stone daisy.
I am a stone daisy, man.
I love it.
That's so British. I don't know what I tried there, though.
We have our own accents coming out. It's the Delight Network, like. And then we have here Brandon. We apparently have some big news tonight. I have some big news coming to me tonight. My day went from half full and catching up on emails and getting things caught up that I need to do to literally after the show, I have one meeting to another meeting to another meeting to move stuff to another meeting to home to a show to another meeting. And I thought I was going to have a day where I could catch up on things. So I'm like, wow. This is going to be a fun day, but guess what? That means I get to spend more time on the weekend getting ready for you guys and having so much fun getting to be able to be with you guys. So I'm excited for that.
Wow.
Ilsa, let's talk for a second. You and I shared need a pick-me-up this morning. Hope all is well with everyone here. Aw, Brit Brat, we're sending you good vibes, sending you love and positivity. And like sexy vibes. Ready? Let's all send our sexy vibes. I love it. If everybody shimmies towards the camera right now, it's the sexy vibes for everybody in the Delight Network. But I need you to video you doing that, and you can email me at Brandon@Delight Cafe. I want all the shimmy videos. Shimmy your way into the Sexy Vibe Hall of Fame, okay? Brandon isn't wearing pants. Hey! That was a behind-the-scenes secret for everybody not to know. Why are we giving away my secrets? I don't ever wear pants while on air. I wear shorts. Boom. Oh. Mic drop.
I've got pants on.
It was just like, wait a minute. I got it.
I didn't know we can take our pants off because I'll rather sit here in my pajamas. Really, I will, because it's winter. And my house is extremely cold because it's tiles right through. And the sun is not on this side. The sun is on that side in the afternoon. So it's freezing inside here. So I'm under a blanket. But tomorrow I'll just sit here in my pajamas. So I'm sorry. You've been warned. And it is morning, so.
It's Friday. It's Friday tomorrow.
Friday.
Freaky.
Freaky.
Nope, I almost said something inappropriate.
No, don't go there.
It was going to be something along the lines of rhyming F and Fridays and stuff like that. It's No Pants Thursday. Brit Brat isn't wearing pants, and I assume she's at work, so congratulations to everybody at your work.
I feel I'm going to take my pants off now.
Right? I think that should be the question of the shimmy, shake, and sexy vibes. Shake, shake, shake. You've heard of the LMFAO shots song. So do you... No,
I have not. I know sexy and you know it. That one I know. And
sexy and you know it.
Yes,
different songs, same band. Yes. Leggings aren't pants, apparently. It's dress down Thursday. Well, tomorrow's Forget It All Friday. F it Friday. So I want everybody to pick the pair of clothes that you would say F it to the world in. And then tomorrow I want pictures. Send it to my email. Send it to Delight's email. Send it to my Facebook. Show me your best outfit. And tomorrow morning, I'm going to show everybody wearing their favorite Freaky Fridays. Okay? So show up saying F it. All right? Like, F it. Do you guys have Walmart people?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean by that? Like they have their own.
Yes, I've seen Walmart pictures, scary shit. I've got Facebook. They make memes of those people, so I've seen them. Yes.
Yes, they do make memes of those people. I like how this is turning into. Brandon is so hairy, he looks like he's wearing pants even when he's not. And the truth is, that's true.
He's not lying.
I take my shirt off, I unbutton it. That's why when I have a no t-shirt on underneath, I receive emails saying, Brandon, your chest hair is popping out. It's drop it off Fridays, LOL. Jean jacket Friday. Wait, oh, no. I know what she means by that. Brandon has no pants? Yee. I have no idea who Big Banana is. I have no idea. I'm dead serious. And they have so much fun knowing I don't know who it is, and they just keep picking on me. I think it's Brian Tracy. I think
so.
I think, but I also think it could be Fernand, but I know Fernando doesn't like to wake up this early for him. It's really early his time. So I don't think it's Fernando, but the only one I can think that otherwise would be Brian Tracy. And I think that's hilarious that he's switching his name to Big Banana. Like, that is awesome. So I sent an article the other day, and I'm right here, he says. I know you can switch back and forth between accounts. Don't even try me, Brian. So I sent an article the other day, and it was about Simone Biles. And she had withdrawn from the team. Uh-oh, your boyfriend just went through there. That was my son.
Not my boyfriend. That's my little boy.
I know. I just had to make a joke. But she withdrew from the Olympics on the team gymnastics thing. And she said she felt the pressure of this and felt the pressure of the entire United States on her. And the truth is, Michael Phelps reached out to her, I read. And so did Kevin Love, who is a gold medalist, and so many others. So I want to talk about that a little bit because she felt that pressure. She felt that anxiety, and we have no idea what that feels like. No idea. I've never been on a stage where if I slip like she could slip, I'm petrified. I'm hurting an entire country. I'm hurting my entire team. There's so much behind that. And I just think that's a conversation. Like, how many times do we feel we're dropping the ball and we don't realize that we're hurting our own mental health by showing up and not giving our best? And Simone Biles saw she was not able to give her best, and she wasn't going to be able to provide what she knows she can do for her team to the best of her ability. And at the end of it, she knew she needed to pull herself up because she was mentally not there. And for me, I saw Sherry McQueen. I'm going to say hello to you really quick because I see you just popped in. It's good to see you. I always try to wave to everybody and pull you up so you know I'm waving to you. It's not me trying to be disruptive or anything. But she literally pulls herself out because she wasn't mentally ready for what she was going to be going through. And she thought she was, and she's been here before, but this is the first time she is the main front and center. The last time she was in the Olympics, she had Michael Phelps to be able to be a little bit of a distraction. And she's been able to come out of the woodworks and say, hey, I struggled with this, and I didn't think I was going to be able to perform. And she's being judged for that. She's being judged for knowing who she is. Take it.
I don't think people realize how difficult it is to make a decision like that at that moment in time. She tried her best to get to the end. Understand? She tried her best. And for her to choose herself and to know that there are people that are going to not appreciate what she's doing. You know what? I don't have an F word, but I would say it right now. I'm glad she chose herself because she has to live with herself and she has to do what makes her happy. So sorry for the USA. I mean, you got silver, but that's all it is. It's a award. So why must she put herself in a position to break her soul for a medal? And people are upset about it. It doesn't make sense.
And I agree with you because it's a medal that she gets to, and it represents our country, and people feel it like that. But think of that standard. Think of where that is. Pierce Morgan targets women of color. Wait, now this might change the conversation. Pierce Morgan targets women of color, especially high-profile Black women, all too often. Have you seen the latest article? He's a trash piece trolling Simone Biles. I have not. And if he's doing that, 100% against that. Like, I don't care who you are. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. If you give your best, we should be celebrating that. And I'm not meaning a participation medal for everybody. I am literally meaning if you are giving your best, people should be cheering. And that excitement is what gets you there. Do you get like a little flyer or something? Yes. Should the person that won first get a trophy? Yes. That way you have a goal to reach. Not everything should be just the same, but
winning shouldn't be everything.
Thank you.
And
competition is healthy.
But it shouldn't take away your mental health. It shouldn't be such a thing that is all you live for, because there's more to life than Olympics and gymnasts and gymnastics and swimming and any sport. There's more to life than that. If you're happy while you're doing it, maybe she wasn't happy doing it anymore. Because once you start doing something as a job, and they take away the fun out of it, that's when your brain starts telling you can't do it because you're not enjoying it anymore.
100,000% yes. Like, I wish I could explain it better than what Stuart Lone Wolf just said here, but he hit the nail on the head. In 7 days, everyone will have moved on. And this could be something that affects her the rest of her life. And my thing is, that's what we don't associate with this. Stuart, that is so well said, so well done. Because honestly, like, how do you perform at this level? And like, go ahead.
Sorry, not just that. Can you imagine how many young children are under pressure from their parents because their parents put those expectations on them and expect them to win and expect them to perform? And that is deteriorating their mental health. And
Correct.
That is why suicide and depression and all those things, it's because whatever you decide, it's not good enough. And children are fighting to do what they want to do, to do something that they love and they're happy with.
Correct. 100% correct. And I think that it's one of these things where people aren't realizing that they're putting that energy on that. And I don't have a kid. I don't have kids. I was a foster dad, but I don't have kids. And a lot of our audience does. And I know they care. Like Britt Brat's saying about her daughter. She says, I worry that for Lola, she does what she loves so much that I fear she'll start to hate it. And the thing is, I think about that. Like, think about as a parent. Like, I'm not one, but Ilse, you have a son and 2 daughters.
My son is an amazing rugby player. So he's played since he was 5 years old. And me as a parent used to do that. He loved rugby. So he was always the first one in the car to go to practice and all that. And as he got older, it wasn't fun for him anymore. It wasn't fun. And we always told him, you can go so far with your rugby. You must keep playing. So we do that. We put limitations on our kids. I mean, now I've got my kids know we respect each other, but I treat them like adults. Like we talk about it, because life is life. I can't sugarcoat shit for you. I can't. They've been through a lot. When I decided to get divorced, our lives fell apart. So they had to deal with a lot at a very, very young age, and nasty things that people did and said after I decided to get divorced. And we have a deal. If you're not happy doing something, then you talk to me and we come to a compromise so we can all be happy. Because I can't expect you to be happy and I can't make you happy. You know what you want. You are intelligent, because they're intelligent. My kids are intelligent. Mm-hmm. So if you can explain to me why you want to do something, if I don't agree, and then we do it like that. So I've got a lot of respect for my kids, and my kids have a lot of respect for me. And that's all it is.
So let me ask this. So Stuart Lone Wolf says, let children be children. They have plenty of time to suffer social pressure and responsibility. 100% agree. You even have Sherry McQueen jumping in here. Just because you don't like something, you can't quit until the end. I agree with what Brett's saying. She's mentioning here how, however, you have to hold them accountable for staying committed to something they said they would do. So where is that boundary?
exactly what I wanted to ask now.
Like, so
Where's
that's
that
my
boundary?
yeah. I like, for me, like, as my parents get older, and I say this and it sounds like a joke, and I'm going to make it one, but it's a serious point. As they get older, they do little things that they don't realize they're doing. And that's the same thing as a kid taking up a sport and their parent wanting them into it. I want my parents to be able to still do what they want to do, be happy with what they're doing, running around. But like, the two of them forget everything. And I mean this in the nicest possible of ways. But like, they leave things around. I find coffee mugs everywhere. I find my dad loves Cheez-Its. I find Cheez-It boxes in every room of the house, and I don't know how. But my thing is, you have to set boundaries. And when I start to bring that up because they're my parents, they don't think I'm being nice. They think I'm being like a jerk and making fun of them, when really I'm just saying, if I did this, you wouldn't be happy. How do you push your kid into wanting to do something that maybe they're just not feeling like doing that day before it becomes too aggressive and you're forcing them for your own will?
I think if you live by example, I mean, you have
So
to.
my kids would become strippers
Why are you one?
because I need to make money.
No, but I said, are you a stripper?
You tell me. Sorry, go ahead with your point. I couldn't resist a
When
joke.
you do that, I lose my train of thought, and I'm like, where the hell was I now? Concentrate. I've got ADHD, so don't do that.
I do too.
Really?
This is why it flows so
Yeah.
easily for me. I was telling my dad, I'm like, I'm ADHD and empathetic. What it means is I'm distracted and always willing to help others before myself.
I've got the same problem. And it doesn't matter where you move me in the class, I'll still disrupt it. I'm always
right. They would put me front and center. I'm like, why are you giving me a stage? Like, that was not a smart move.
What I was born for.
Right? Like, they're like, oh, Brandon's up front. Stripper onesie entertainment. Don't tempt me, Jaybird. You know I'm not afraid to shimmy in a onesie. So
everybody needs extra money.
Extra money. That's my stripper name, Care Bear Brandon.
Care Bear Brandon.
I don't want to interrupt you this time. What were you going to say, Elsa?
I don't know. You'll have to
come back to you.
Yes, come back to me. My thoughts are going to be with you.
Should we start the show over so see if it comes back?
No, because then it's like a whole brand new day.
So Nina and Marjorie, two of Jessica Dugas's kids, Jessica and the Big D. Jess, do me a favor, give the Big D a kiss. Tell him it's from Brandon. So Jessica and Nina Margarine both did Irish dance. Ooh. I wasn't enjoying it. Nina wasn't enjoying it anymore. We reached the end of the season. She didn't have to do it anymore. Margarine still dances. I think that's great. But then she comes back and says, but I only had to finish the season because it wasn't weighing heavily on her. If it was seriously affecting her physically or mentally, I would have allowed her to quit earlier. It's just not worth it. And honestly, I think that's, yep, I agree. Just say MJ. She is offended over here. Oh, I'm sorry, MJ. I don't want to mess up your name. I just always mess up everybody right. 5 hugs if you strip right now. I can't strip right now for 2 reasons. 1, I have no pants on according to you guys, so that means I can't stand up and I'm not stripping. 2, I would want my dragon staff to be spinning with me so I could balance it on everything. And 3, I have nothing else. I don't have a 3rd. Tell MJ I'm sorry. And yes, I really do not mean to offend her by saying her name wrong.
Sorry, MJ, I get the same every day. I'm just kidding. I'm really.
Hold on. Great rebuttal. Britt Brett made the comment here that she says, I always tell Lola this is a commitment, and before I sign this contract, you have to put your all into it. If you start to not be happy with it, you finish it, giving it all, and reevaluate. And I think that's a great way of doing that. Communication. Be honest, open. Let them know what the consequences could be. And I think that's a great way.
I teach my kids, you are free to make your own decisions, but you are not free of the consequences of those decisions. And your decision should not affect my happiness. So you have to lay down everything, open cards, honesty, communication. That's the only way. I mean, I've got one in each age group. I've got the one that's 19. So she's going into her early 20s in November. And then my son just turned into a teenager. And then I've got the 5-year, and then I've got the 5-year-old toddler, and our relationship is just as difficult because she lives with her dad, and they've got a different set of rules there and everything. And when we got divorced, it was a nasty divorce, and she really felt the brunt of it. Where I just wanted to let everything go. There was fight after fight after fight. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a tough thing.
Difficult.
It's very difficult. And when you bring kids into a divorce, you're adding another level. And now you're talking divorce with a sport. There's two different views of people who already don't agree. So as she gets older, you're going to have to teach me how you handle those things, because that's going to be a different thing.
I'm teaching myself as I go because I'm not an expert. I try and do things different. When I grew up, my mom and dad is still married, but I don't know. Let me rather not say what I think. Okay, but in any case, so me and my mom, we had a volatile relationship because she's also bipolar, and then she's OCD. Everything has got a place and everything. So you could never do anything right. And I never wanted to be like that with my kids. I always wanted to support them doesn't matter what decision they make or what they come to me with. So in order for me to become a better parent, because I think that is what we need to be better parents than our parents, and always learn out of each other's mistakes. So I don't scream at my kids. I don't give them hidings, because I don't think that you should be bullied or pushed around by somebody that says they love you. And that's just what I believe. And that is parents, people that you are in a relationship with, anything. I mean, I've suffered a lot of abuse in my life. And if I can cushion my kids from that to show them you don't let people treat you like that, and if that is all I do, then I've succeeded.
I honestly love your attitude on that. It is such a great attitude on that. So guys, I tell us, how do you raise your kids? Do you push them down the stairs? Do you give them encouragement? Please don't admit you push them down the stairs. Like, I have to be honest. I will lose my shit if somebody sends me a video of, hey, Brandon, this is my sexy dance. Whoop, down the stairs their kid goes. I'd be like, no, not working. So today we actually have a really awesome guest coming on. All right, you ready? His name is Andrew Lenzo. He's a podcaster and coffee enthusiast. He's generating B2B business leads for companies using LinkedIn, 30 plus high quality leads a month. He's an account manager for RevGrow and the owner/CEO of Lenzo Media branding agency. He's the former executive editor at Eastern Echo Journalist, a podcaster, and a copywriter. Guys, don't go anywhere. He's going to be on in the next 20 minutes, about 20 minutes, and his name is Lorenzo. Wait, no, that's his last name. His name is Andrew Lenzo, and I'm going to call him Lorenzo just because I think his last name sounds so cool like that. So
maybe
I hope
he looks like a Lorenzo.
Does
he look like a Lorenzo?
I Googled him. He didn't look like a Lorenzo.
But do you also find that when you see people, you're like, that guy definitely looks like a Peter or a Dave or it looks like
Dave.
No.
Actually, I'm going to play a game with you. You ready? I'm going to ask you a question and see if this is something you have in South Africa. I'm sure you do.
Okay.
So if I say a name, okay, does it associate something to you? So you said Dave, and every Dave, guy I know that goes by Dave, they're not afraid to just take what they want. I can say it that way. I've had 2 different Daves try to sleep with my ex-wife and my ex-fiancés. Yeah, while we're together, I've had 2 different Daves that are just douchebags that try to go pick up people. So when I hear the name just Dave, not David, Dave, in my head, I go, oh, he's going to be a douche. And I don't mean that. It's just I've dealt with so many guys that go with the name Dave. Do you have a name that associates something like that for you?
We do, and it is in our friends group. We actually do, and we call it a Dave. We think Dave is the male to Karen, but Karen, is it Karen?
Karen, yes.
Yes,
oh,
Karens. We call them Karens, and then Kyle's, but I like my daughter's boyfriend's name. He's a Kyle, but he's got a sick sense of humor. He is so awesome. He's so awesome. He makes the jokes about Kyle. So he said it's Kyle's and Karen's.
Kyle's and Karens. I think it's funny. Look at this. I agree. Look at this. Dave's are getting the name. I love it. Don't be a Dave or a Karen. Oh my God. That's hilarious.
And Dave rhymes with Dick. That's why.
I did not see that coming with you. But like, look at Jessica D. She goes to her husband and says, Big D says Dave's are scum. Absolutely true. Like,
that's why he's Big D and not Dave.
Like, I honestly, that cracked me up. Because like, for real, I'm not insulted. That is mean. Bradley.
Karen's equivalent is Brad.
They're giving. So,
are you a Karen? Are you being a Karen today?
I am never a Karen. I could be a Bradley though. And if
Bradley.
Dave's, Kyle's, Karen's, Darren's. So I have one that I really don't want to say, but I do want to say because it's been my whole life. Alicia. I don't know why.
Jessica's
are amazing. I've had more than look. Jessica's are hit or miss. You get a Jessica like Jessica Dugas, amazing, absolutely one of the greatest people.
True. That's also.
And then I do have a cousin named Jessica that I would push her kids down a flight of stairs. Not really, but I would because she's annoying. But like Jessica's, I don't really. It's a 50-50 for me on those.
Yes, maybe South African Jessicas are just.
See, it's like Sarah's. So like in the United States, we say Sarah's. Do you have an H? If Sarah has an H, they're usually known for being a little extra. That's it, just extra. All right.
We've actually got such weird names in South Africa. What the people do is they take the dad's name and then they take the mom's name and then they combine them and then they make a girl's name. Like
you and I had a kid.
An example. Yes. If you get Hendrik. Like, yes.
What?
So the name will be, yes. So you have to listen now. So.
All right, listening.
The dad's name is Hendrik and the mom's name is Rina. Then they'll combine it and call the girl Hendrina. So that yes.
No. So like if you and I had a kid, it'd be Bill.
We always please not. Never do that. Never name your kids that. Yeah, so that's quite fun. That's fun because if somebody phones you, and we always try and figure out if we work with somebody or you hear a name, me and my kids, it's like, okay, we heard this. What two names do you think they combined to make this? So it's quite funny. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So I'm going to make a joke, and it's a very serious one. It's amazing how a person amazing how a person can really ruin a name for people. For real. Like Alicia's for me. If I meet an Alicia, you will, I hate to say this, you will see me walk away. Like I'll be like, oh, nice to meet you. Like it's not even I don't know what it is. I just have never had a good experience.
I don't think I have a.
You don't have a name.
Yes, it will probably pop up a little later, but there's nothing that jumps out right now. Maybe because I hate everybody equally. So
I did not expect that. I mean,
maybe there's a lot, and I'm like so many names ruined. I'm like just done naming children.
You need to like love on Jessica for a second. She like it's amazing how like she's taking the abuse over here today. Logan's. See, I have never had a problem with a Logan.
No,
like
I've also not had a problem with a Logan.
She has a whole family of.
Amazing
I have a whole
Tonys.
family of amazing Tonys and Anthonys. Then my ex came along and showed me they are not all the same. Correct.
True,
100. Like I'm just.
100%.
But everybody has a name. So like I got Jessica Dugas or Jessica as Tony or Anthony. Mine would be Alicia or Dave. I think it's Michelle's are insane. That is funny. That is like just the way he doesn't even like bat an eye on it. He's like, Michelle's are insane. That's it. I'm like, okay. But like, what is the name?
Maybe that Michelle deserved it. We don't know what she did.
That's true.
No judging.
No judgment. No judging. No, a lot of people are named Melissa, and that's funny. What is your name that triggers you? Like all of a sudden you have that name that they introduce themselves, so you're like, shit, I don't even know you yet.
I'll have to go check on my Facebook block page.
Amanda's.
Oh no, I've got one. I've got one. I do have one. I hope I do not get into trouble for this. It's gonna sting. Sunnet. I do not like Sunnet. Yeah,
I don't know a Sunnet.
You don't know a Sunnet. You can be fucking happy you don't know a Sunnet.
You've used your Friday fuck, and now I used my Friday. Now we have to censor ourselves. We have to be like, oh, this.
I'm sorry. It's that name.
I love this. Ready? So Jessica Dugas, her husband, we call him the Big D. All right. He's when you see him, you'll understand. He's a big D. He's awesome. He says Michelle's are skanky, and then I laugh because the next comment is, my sister is named Michelle, and she is way more level-headed than me. That is funny. Mr. D he's outspoken today. I love when I get Phil going. And super proud. Yes, I love it.
Super prude. It said prude.
Oh, prude. It did say. She's proud of her sister. She's a super. Wait, your sister's super prude. Does that mean you're? Never mind. So we're gonna. Whatever. Do you?
Okay.
So what are you? So we have a few minutes before our guest shows up. Miss Ilsa, what are you up to this weekend? Anything fun?
I spend as much time with my kids as I can.
Do they teach sharks as well?
Yes, they do. They teach the baby sharks.
Good.
Yes. But the ones without the teeth, because we don't want them to bite the children. So we take their teeth out until they train.
You take the teeth out all the time.
While they train so they don't bite the children. And then we just put it
God.
Just before dinner. I mean,
I literally was like, wow, you take the teeth out of your children just so they can swim with the sharks. And then Brian Tracy, crap, I didn't mean to diss your sister, Britt. He is sorry. He didn't mean to do that. Like, we're honestly, if you have a sister named Alicia, if you have a sister named anything, please know nobody's being insulting. We're having fun with names. It's just a trigger name. I'm sure everybody has one.
Everybody has one. And if they get upset, it's they lying. Because everybody has that.
I'm sorry. I've got to read this out loud. Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark.
Thanks, America.
Hey guys, everybody. Jane's here. Jane, I love you. Jane. It is so good to see you. Good morning. We're saying hi from all over the world today. I love it. But here, I'm sorry. I love this. I'm dying here. Close your eyes for a moment. And think about the fact that Jessica Dugas' name was almost Prudence Ann. I'm sorry, Jessica. You are now changed in my phone to Prudence. You're still going to be Jessica.
Mute his calls.
Yes. Britt, is she single? I mean, her name is tattooed on me, so Brittany suck. Brittany suck. Wow. All those fake teeth, all those false teeth boxes on the sink. That is funny. Oh, man, I can't even keep up with it. Prudence is my alter ego on TikTok. So that's funny you say that, Jessica, because my alter ego on TikTok is, hold on, where'd it go? Gavin said it. I'm Bradley. My alter ego is Bradley on social media / life. I literally am like how do I explain Bradley? Bradley is my gay alter ego that comes out only when I want to make somebody who's completely homophobic feel uncomfortable, and it's because I don't
love
like
Bradley then.
I am. Do you want to know how he came to existence? I had a good friend, and she was going into she was struggling with her wedding, and she wanted to go to like the bridal shows and stuff like that. And she literally goes, Brandon, I just can't handle, it's too much anxiety on me. There's too many people. And her husband, was one of my very good friends as well. And I'm like, look, I'll help. What I'll do is I will dress completely up and get myself into a character, and I will act for a whole day. And I will dress. I put on oh my God, I looked handsome. I had a bow tie. I had like a bright pink shirt with a purple bow tie and a contradictory.
That is so nice of you.
I feel that like people, because everybody's selling. Like, think about it. You're walking through and everybody's like, here, take this. Hey, don't forget about this. Hey, don't forget to tell us about this. And it's just that I have a feeling we're about to go through a whole song here. Bradley and Brandon sitting in a tree.
K-I-S-S-I-N-G. First of love.
Bradley is the third part of the Fernando love triangle. So, is that who the big banana is? And then I sit here and crack these jokes, and people wonder why I am who I am. But like, no, I grew up in a house where homophobia was something that was never talked about. And it's, we know gay people, so that associated, but it's not that. It's more than that. It's understanding who they are and just letting people be people. And that was what, and I'm not insulting anybody when I go out as Bradley. I usually am out with friends, like just out there playing, dressed up, and I look nice. I catered a drag show recently, and I literally, it was so much fun. I can imagine. I'm an entertainer, if you couldn't guess. And I took the bottles and I'm throwing them and I'm tossing them by my back, poured shots, and they were expecting just a normal bartender. And I came in and I'm like, no, let's have fun. And I just took over and I'm spinning and I'm tossing and I'm 2 drinks at once. And honestly, like, bananas don't fit in triangles very well, but it sounds fun. Honestly, I mean, it was 100% not just a great time. We were, the energy of the room was so different. We were in an abandoned building. I spun fire for everybody. They did a drag show. This show was, the main act was a dude that's 6'8" that dresses as a woman to let his alter ego out. And he's gay, but he's like, I love to dress in drag. It gives me it fills my soul with adrenaline. And I thought that was
makes them happy. Who cares?
6'8" without heels.
Amazing.
He's 6'8" without heels. Do you know how tall that is?
Well, I'm very short, so everybody's tall for me.
I'm 5'10". How tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
My mom's 5'1". Actually, I think she's 5 foot now.
What do you think she's shrinking?
I think she's shrinking. She's lost a lot of weight, and I swear to God, I think she's gone down. Because I remember I used to like measure myself to her and like see where she's at, and that would like, my dad's 6'1", she's 5'1", and now I'm like, Dad, I think I'm gaining on you, and Mom, I'm like breaking away from, and I'm like, I shouldn't be growing anymore, but I am apparently. I'm 6'2" with heels. I'm 5'2". CK, you're 5'2"?
Wow, that's tiny.
You're 5'2". Don't make fun of people that the same.
I always make fun of short people as if I forget that I'm also short.
Right? So my last name's Croucher, and my dad and I were talking about the coffee with a Croucher. You and I were talking about earlier. Yes. And he goes, I think it would be hysterical if you could get one of your friends who's a little person, a midget, whatever the proper term is. He wanted to be cautious. And I'm like, okay. And he goes, you have them crouching down that way that it's like someone that looks like you, but they're a little person. And he goes, that would be a hilarious intro. It's time for coffee with a croucher. And there's a midget just crouching down there. I'm like, oh, Dad, I love you. I love you, Dad. That's hilarious. Think old school. There is a mason jar for every storage need. You are taller at breakfast than at bedtime. What?
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 How do we prove this?
All right. Guess what? Tomorrow I'm gonna measure myself. I'm even gonna do like the mark on the.
I'll do one as well tomorrow morning.
If anything, I will do one right behind here so everybody can see where I'm at and if I'm growing or shrinking. All right. Like that way we know my taller during the day or during the night. Jane says my daughter is 5'2" while I'm 5'8", and Jane, you are an intimidating 5'8". Let me tell you, Jane is. I interviewed her on the H, and she just comes out. She has a master's certificate in cannabis, and truth be told, she just blew my mind with how like much knowledge she knew. And I love talking about the cannabis plant. I could talk about it all day. I can make you laugh about it. I can make you smile about it. I can smoke it with you. End of the day, I am all about being able to understand it better. She comes on and she just filled us with knowledge. So guys, make sure to connect with Jane as well. Our guest is not here yet, and he's supposed to be here. So I don't know. Maybe I should. I'm gonna quit. I'm just quit embarrassing myself now. Well, Ben, fine. Don't embarrass yourself. I don't know where our guest is, so I'll read his bio again. And we'll see if Andrew shows up. He is a podcaster and coffee enthusiast. He's generating B2B leads for companies using LinkedIn. He has 30 high-quality leads a month guaranteed. He is an account manager for RevGrow and the owner and CEO of Lenzo Media branding agency, former executive editor and Eastern Echo journalist, podcaster, and copywriter. So I know a copywriter is not somebody that like just copies everything and writes it down, but that's what I picture every time I read the word copywriter.
What does a copywriter do?
They copy things and rewrite them down.
Thanks.
Like that's the best way I can describe it. Like they do, but it's a copywriter. Like, you know what, Andrew, show up so you can answer this question. Like where's my? You know what?
I tried to go on his website today as well. His website's not working.
His website's down. His social media on Facebook is down. His Instagram was up and his LinkedIn was up. I could show you a picture of him.
No, I found him on LinkedIn because I tagged him on a post with
yeah.
Yes. So I found him there. I try and find them on LinkedIn and then I tagged them in the post. So I did tag him this morning. I don't know.
I have not. We emailed him the link, but you know what? Let's have some fun with this. If he's not here in the next 3 minutes, anybody that wants to tell us a story, a joke, anything, not you. Not you.
We heard that one already. Tell him we've heard that.
Oh gosh, that's a rough joke, buddy. Like
that's so good.
It's okay. He's so old. Like this is my baby. Like this guy is. So here, I'm gonna tell a story while we give everybody a chance to show up and see if he comes. And if nobody shows up, anybody that wants to come in, I will talk to Dr. Jane again and we could talk about cannabis. I will have Britt Bratt on in her underwear. I will have Brian Tracy on. I'll have Jessica Dugas. I'd have CK Ford on. Let me know if you want. You know what? Let's have some fun with this because he's not here. If you want to join us backstage and have fun and make comments, here's the link. Join us on stage.
I would like honestly, to meet everybody and see their faces. That would be so amazing.
Honestly, guys, join in, chime in. If you want to join us, that's the link. We'd love to have you and just spread positivity. If CK's here, CK, please don't hesitate to come click. I lack the size I make up for in character. You have not met CK Ford yet. She is absolutely incredible. She is
The most
amazing.
poisonous poison is in the smallest packages. So I will not. I believe you. CK must
I
have
love
a
it.
heart of gold. For
She
small
really does.
Yes.
You should see it. So, like, I'm going to make this sound weird, but it's the way I'm phrasing it. But, like, African American women have a way of raising their kids that is so respectful. I like, they don't play. And I say that with a complete compliment and respect, because I've been in churches where I've seen like things go wrong for one dynamic and then another. And I laugh my ass off, because in two different churches, you're going to have two very different responses for kids acting up. And I have to be honest, my African American moms out there are absolutely some of the greatest moms I've ever had. If I acted up, my God, I swear to God, I think I'm bald from like moms smacking me in the back of the head. They're just like, no. And I'm like, what did I do? You know? So
For what you're still gonna do.
right? So ready? Britt Brett has a joke for us. What has more lives than a cat? Brian Tracy says 2 cats.
That's a good answer.
It is.
That's not something I would say. 2 cats.
Bob Seymour, good morning, my friend.
Morning,
We are so glad you're here this morning. Our guest has not shown up. Brian Tracy, you're here to admit to Mr. Fernando later all about this. And yeah, Jane, click the link and you're more than welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls in the backstage right now, while she's getting ready, we're going to get to talk about the cannabis plant, make each other laugh, and have some fun. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the one, the only Minister Jane. Uh-oh.
Hello?
Where are you?
Hi.
I don't see you.
I don't know. Where am I?
I don't know. Where are you?
I can see myself on my phone, but not my TV. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Minister Jane, it's so good to see you again. I'm so happy you're here.
Ew. I can stay on for a little bit. I have an emergency vet visit I need to go to in about 40 minutes. So I am really glad to be on. Dr. Bob will be my guest on the 25th. He has been studying cannabis since the 1980s. He has talked about and wrote books on cannabis and women's health. He worked with Dr. Melanie Drewer, who did the Jamaican cannabis study to see if cannabis affected the fetus in the womb. They had 24 women who had no cannabis whatsoever. Then they had another group of 1 to 7 spliffs, which is a large blunt.
Half tobacco, half, and it's not really half. It's like that way people aren't confused. I just trying to make sure I explain it. I actually have another person going to jump in with you too, but don't worry, Jane, you're going to like him. It's Bob Seymour. He's one of the most sexy men. He's part of ZZ Top's original crew. It was when it was YZZ. So
did you hear that he passed away? That Dusty Hill passed away.
That's did hear that.
Sad.
So keep telling us, Minister Jane, you're interviewing them on the 25th of August or 25th of July?
Of July. No, of August. August. July. Not July, August. 25th.
Have you been talking with Mary Jane already this morning? You're more than welcome to. It's called Wake and Bake. Nope, Bob's gone. So Jane, do me a favor. Tell us about this so I can share this for everybody, because I'm going to watch this. There's at least a dozen people on my Facebook that are pregnant right now or just had babies. This is a amazing conversation to have. I want to send this to them to watch. and just be able to have people have that conversation and open up more boundaries for people with what the cannabis plant is doing and how we learn from this. We don't learn without trials. So
I'll definitely send it to my contacts as well, because we've got quite a big cannabis community that uses the plant for medicine and everything on this side as well. So please share with us.
wait, is this on the H? You're coming on the H and doing this with us?
Yes.
Is that what my surprise is later today? Because that just blew my mind and made me so fucking happy. Oh shit, there goes my Monday F. But like for
glad I can
Mike,
excited to or that wasn't.
Yeah, you do. How you doing, Jane? Minister Jane.
So back to the and so then they did 7 to 15 and then over 15 a week plus cannabis tea. What they found was there was only one child born with a slight case of mental retardation, but that was in the non-cannabis study or people. Then they had to kick a couple of people out because their home life was not consistent with the other group people. So the first year, the non-cannabis smoking, drinking, and the high THC level people, the babies did the same in mental cognition. But the cannabis babies had less colic, slept better, and after 1 year, they met every milestone before any other group.
Wow.
So Dr. Drewer, went and filed for an extension to study the children from 5 to 10. The U.S. said no because we're no longer interested in this study. And also the March of Dimes funded this study. And they never fought to say, no, we want this continued. The results were not like they wanted. So there's a lot of articles out now on Melody Drewer, and she also has some YouTube videos if they're still up. I haven't checked for a while, but they
Would
said
you do?
that. Go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Would you do me a favor and send me some of these? Because I would love to read these before our interview. And I honestly, this is something that a lot of people don't know, that 96% of all funding in the United States government for the cannabis plant goes to finding the negative effects. So to have such a positive influence and positive effect, they're already saying, no, we don't want to do tests on this. No, we don't want to keep seeing things. That you're taking money out of benefiting people. And this is what needs to be talked about. This is why people are wanting to make a difference and know the truth of what's going on. And these are the studies that need to be brought prevalent to people. These are the statistics that break things down. And I don't want to go into a tangent because we all know I can easily do that. But like, I like how everyone smiled there. Thanks, guys. But it's one of these things where this is why I want this platform. This is why this is a digital cafe. Like, we're all sitting around having a cup of coffee, maybe a scotch and soda. I don't know. You're doing you. Wake and bake. My coffee mug. Minister Jane, I will have a special coffee mug just for you tomorrow morning. Okay?
No, it's August 25th.
No, I know. I'm just going to have it tomorrow for you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you'll notice it right away, and anybody who's ever partaked will laugh as well.
Oh, I've also got one of those. It's there in the cupboard.
Yeah.
It's
wake and bake mug. I got a wake and bake mug. I've got a little chili pipe in my handbag.
I absolutely love that. But like, it's true how people don't want, like, the studies, the research, the things that are being done this morning. CK Ford is popping in the background. Soon as I see she's here, we have another person at the cafe today, guys. This is wonderful.
I like it.
This is literally filling my heart. Like, Andrew, thank you for not showing up, because stop, Stains. There's nobody here. He wants to tell his jokes. Like I told him, they're too rough for this crowd. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring in another person. And if anybody needs to go, please know this is just us having a great time conversating, and just, it's Thankful Thursdays, and I'm thankful for you guys. Like, this is like my favorite thing. Ready? CK Ford, ladies and gentlemen. Why is it not letting me see anybody today? Nope, that's not what I wanted. CK, can you see me? I think she froze because her picture's in the back frozen. We'll come back in a second, as soon as I see her moving. But Minister Jane, I am so excited. August 25th, you come back. August 25th, you are coming on the H again, and you're going to be able to bring an honest conversation about health, hemp, and happiness. And in a month from now, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what new scientific evidence is going to come out? I know that UC Berkeley's doing research with psilocybin and mushrooms right now. I know that, like, the state of I know in Michigan, Ann Arbor, Michigan. Ow! I know in Ann Arbor, Michigan, they have legalized psilocybin, and you can go buy mushrooms at a dispensary in Michigan now. And my thing is, like, what's that, Bob?
Colorado too.
Yep.
And Denver, Oakland, and it's becoming more prevalent. And the thing is, people don't realize, like, all right, I tell people this story, and they think that if you don't know me, you think I'm crazy. Well, I am. But I literally made myself a mushroom tea to have a psychedelic trip on Christmas Day. And why would I do such a thing with my family prevalent? Because I wanted to create new memories. I wanted to let go of all the family traumas. So I didn't do something that's going to make me be like, and just sitting there. I literally did something where I'm like, it was like a medicine. I took a medicine that opened up pathogens for me to see new things and choose new memories. And that was what that can do for you. I'll tell you this. I've had tea and gone to concerts and walked around and nobody knows, because you can handle yourself. It's way different than alcohol. It's way different from anything. And I just want to see people be able to break those barriers in their mind that we've set for ourselves. And this is a plant that can do the same thing. CK, give me a thumbs up if your internet's good. Nope, I think she's still frozen. I see just her face in the background. So now, Minister Jane, I have to ask a question, and you don't have to answer this, even though you're sitting in the dark trying to scare us. With your emergency vet visit, is everything okay?
We're not sure. My dog is going through another false pregnancy really bad. She hasn't eaten in almost a week, so we've got to go in, do some blood work. She has had health problems ever since we got her, so we just need to find out what's going on.
That's so sad.
I'm sorry. I'm sending you and your husband good vibes. Is he watching you on the TV too right now?
She's sleeping right now, so.
Is she older?
No, actually, she's only 3.
That's hard. That's really hard. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got her after my service dog, Daisy, passed away.
Right. Oh.
She's in training right now, and she does pretty good, but we haven't had her training for this whole week because we don't want to push whatever's going on.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I understand that. That's stressful. That's annoying. You need a good hybrid to keep you balanced throughout the day.
I've got it.
And then, ow! Stop hitting me, Bob. And then we have Brian Tracy. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Bob.
I said, quit buzzing around my head, and I'll stop hitting at you.
Brian Tracy says he's in Michigan right now. Pick anything up for anybody? Honestly, Brian,
Send you the list.
yeah, like I'll send you a couple things and Venmo you. Trust me, you'll be able. You might not be able to drive into Ohio with everything on our list. So, but thank you for offering. So, but Minister Jane, it is so good to see you. CK Ford is back in the back again. Honestly, guys, I tell me more about what you're thankful for today. It's Thursday. Give us something you're thankful for.
Rain.
I didn't expect that, Bob. Have you not had rain?
No, man. Yesterday was like 103 here. My friend from Indiana came out a couple days ago. We went riding where I thought it was going to be cool. It was 113 degrees, man. It's been hot, but today it's just barely hitting 78, 80 degrees, cloudy. I'm really thankful. It's been horrible hot.
Oh my God, that does not sound good at all. Like, and humid, I'm assuming.
No, actually, it's a dry heat, but I want to tell you what, 110, 113 to 113. I don't give a damn if it's cold or hot, dry. It don't matter. It's hot, man.
It's hot, yeah. And now, are you at Sturgis?
I'm still up in Belfouche, just outside of Sturgis. Rode through town the other day. It's still pretty dead. I mean, there's almost nobody there. Yes, I think it was day before yesterday was the day they open everything up 24/7. So it's going to start getting wild down there. I'm actually sitting right next to US 85. It's the route between the Interstate 94 and 90. So there's a lot of traffic coming in here. We sat here the last few days at 100-degree temperature watching these guys come down through here with the scooters, and there's nothing. I mean, it's 70 miles to the next town, and it's just desert. And these guys come riding in on their scooters in 110, 105. Oh, God. I'm glad.
Oh, God. Oh God! Like I love how he says scooters still. Like honestly, Bob, I picture a Vespa every time, and it makes me so happy.
Well, trust me, I ain't on no Vespa, brother.
Trust me, I understand you. That's funny.
Where are you going after this? When you leave where you are now?
I've got to go back to Denver. I don't have to go right from there to here. I'm actually I'd love to be able to leave here and ride over through Montana and get to the Tetons and make a trip down the mountains and then go back into Denver. I have to do a veterans ride on the 28th of August, and then I have a wedding to do on 12th of September, and then I have to be in Rockford, Illinois for a fundraiser for a homeless shelter, and I get to hang out with a bunch of old school blues guys.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And that's why we have Bob's Patreon. I've started looking into other things so we can raise you money in different ways. And you and I are going to have a meeting, Bob, where we're going to talk about how you can actually, like, the money can go towards other things and what you're doing and spreading what you're doing, because you are an inspiration and like, you don't even care. You're just like, I just want to be good. And that's what life is about. And I love you for that. Minister Jane, what are you thankful for today?
I am thankful for my family and that my son made it through emergency surgery. He's doing good. And my other son is having some health problems. I'm thankful that they made it through everything, and hopefully my other son's okay.
Sending you good vibes and prayers. You've got a lot going on, Minister Jane. Like sending you prayers, positivity, and bobs. We're going to send you a bob.
Oh, but hey, I've got to run. I got to get ready so I can get her to the vet. And it was really nice seeing everyone again. Elsa, nice seeing you again. Bob, always a pleasure seeing you. Love your story.
Hey, man.
Good luck.
I love
for the
it.
vet,
Good luck with everything. Let us know how it goes.
Please let us know.
Thank you. Bye, Minister Jane. Ooh, I think she was saying have fun. Uh-oh. We lose one, we gain another. Miss CK Ford, everybody. Welcome to the cafe. How are you, CK?
Good morning, guys. Oh, I
I
am
love
wonderful.
her.
I tell you, Brandon, we have to stop meeting like this.
You mean me just randomly bringing you in places?
Yes, but you know what? We have to be ready all the time. All we have to do is bring our authentic self, and when you bring your and that's more than anyone can ask for.
100%. 100%.
Show up in your
CK,
authentic, genuine self each time, and that's all good.
I love it. So CK and I are actually having an appointment later today. We schedule. She is my spiritual like bully. That's the best way I can say it. And I mean that in a good way. She and I talk to build one another up, and we talk religion, we talk all these different things, and once a week we've been getting on a call for the last. Well, this is our second week in a row, and we just talk. And she really has a way of like I said, she is my like African American mom in a sense, and I don't mean that in a weird way. I mean it as in like she'll slap the shit out of me when I'm doing something stupid, and she's gonna tell me that with words and actions, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to raise everybody around you up to the next level. So I take her slaps with joy. And that sounds so much dirtier than I meant it to sound. So CK, what are you thankful for today? Because I'm so grateful you're here.
Well, first, I'm grateful to be here. I am thankful for the gift of life. Whenever you can wake up every day, and no matter what yesterday was like, you can look at the day and say, this is a brand new day. So you don't have to bring yesterday's garbage into a brand new day. And you just take on the world and life with a fresh perspective because each day is an opportunity to start where you are with what you have and build on it,
Mm-hmm.
So
100%.
I abide in, and when you abide in gratitude, if you can start off each day, not think about all of the problems you have to face, but everything that it is that you have to be grateful for, you're setting the tone in order to make things go more smoothly. Everything may not be great in your life, but you can look at the things that you do have and ways of blessings and build up that, because tomorrow, or what we have gratitude for, we will receive more things to be grateful for. So I'm thankful. Both of my kids are doing fantastic. They are both kicking ass in grad school, and that is a huge blessing. My oldest one is in grad school up in New York City. She will be graduating in December with her master's degree in journalism and a concentration in business and data analytics. And my youngest one, she's in grad school down in Baton Rouge, studying for her master's degree in speech language pathology, and she will be graduating in May 2022. So they're both kicking ass, and I'm just, I'm sitting on top of the world for them. I'm thrilled. I am
Celebrate.
so.
That is amazing. Speech pathologist. I have to ask, what does that do after that?
Yes,
Can she
a
teach me how to
speech
speak better?
pathologist.
What does that mean? Like, is she going to teach me how to
Yes,
speak better?
and they. Uh,
Sorry.
Speech language pathologists deal with people who have impairments, speech impediments, learning disabilities. If you have been in an accident of some sort and you have lost use of your vocals, even children with hearing, people with hearing disabilities, because a lot of times when people, especially children, have speech impediments, it is not necessarily to do with their speech. They have an issue with their hearing. So if they cannot hear, then they cannot speak properly. So she goes in and she will assess what's going on, and they bring. And some kids need hearing aids, and if hearing aids, and they can begin to hear the sounds better. They have speech pathologists that will help them to be able to enunciate and sound out things with like flashcards and that sort of thing. So there are lots of kids, especially children of color, minority children, that are diagnosed being on the autism spectrum because they may be shy or withdrawn, but they're not actually autistic. They have a hearing disability. And when you fix the hearing problem, then when they can hear properly, then they can learn how to convey and express themselves better. So speech language pathologists help to build first assess what the real issue is, and then build the confidence level. And it's like a clientele, and begin to help people in their communication, because if we can communicate, then we can show up in our authentic self. So she is studying to be a speech language pathologist. In simpler terms, it's called a speech therapist, but it's not just about speech. It is about the hearing and the cognitive processing. So that's what she is studying for: speech language pathologist and audiology.
Wow. Baton Rouge, LSU.
She goes to Southern University. She's studying at Southern University, Southern University A&M, but she lives like 2 blocks from LSU, so yeah, and Southern University has one of the top tier, is in like the top 3 of speech language pathology programs in the country. So they are very selective, and she was chosen out of thousands of students. She was chosen. They only chose, I think it was like 40 students to enter in that class in the fall of last year. So she's passing names, and she's also a program ambassador and a grad assistant. So yes.
Oh my God. Like, I thought you were amazing. You raised these kids that are like world changers already. I love that. Like CK, you're making your imprint on the world, and I love how you are, and you're such an inspiration. Look, you're getting comments like that. Wow, CK, that is amazing. My youngest had to do a speech class. It is very important learning tool. 100%. And then Stuart Lone Wolf made me want to cry here. I said, what is everybody thankful for? And he goes, I'm thankful I get to spend a couple hours in a place that accepts me as I am. And truth is, Stuart, that's all I want. Like, we're supposed to just be us. And there's so many times we let others' judgments get in our heads, and we think like all these other things about what people are thinking. But the truth is, I want you to be you. Stuart, you crack me the hell up. And then you have people like Jane and CK and Bob, and we're all over the world. And the thing is, there's more people like us that are wanting to see the good in people than there are really the bad. The problem is everybody's felt so much negativity and seen themselves put themselves out and have a negative come back that we're scared of this now. Yes. And the truth is, go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, the squeaky wheel grease, man. To people, good people are just too quiet. We need to be seen out there and make our presence known. And I love what CJ said there in the beginning, what you said about CJ, about her giving you a hard-ass time all the time. That's good. It's actually fulfilling the biblical mandate. The book of Hebrews says to provoke one another unto good works, man. So keep it up, CJ. Bust his ass.
I am your spiritual drill sergeant, Brain.
There you go.
We all need a smack against the head now and then.
I want to say this correct, CK. Was it Army or Marines?
Army, yes.
It was Army.
Yes.
You saw I went with that first.
An Army combat veteran.
Oh,
yes, I am an Army combat veteran of the Persian Gulf War. Yes, of the first Persian Gulf War. Army combat veteran, military intelligence analyst.
I love it. Now, Bob is veteran as well, and I am just curious, if Bob was to drive through Atlanta and give you a ride on the motorcycle, would you go for a ride on the motorcycle, CK?
Well, yeah, I think I probably would. I'm willing to take a few
Yeah,
risks,
my
and
son lived
so
just
let
they get that chance.
let's do it.
Now, here's the thing. Here's the catch on this. If CK gets a ride, Brandon gets a ride, Bob.
You're gonna have to sit backwards, brother, because I don't do the nuts to butts thing.
It's gonna be the most
God.
interesting. Like,
Or get a
what-
sidecar.
I asked him for a sidecar. He made fun of me. He was like, "No." He goes, "I don't do that yet." I'm like, "Brr." Oh, guys, hey guys, do it. Oh, go ahead, Bob. What were you saying, Bob?
I said it's part of the biker code. If it's an emergency, you're broke down, I'll take you where you down to just the joy. Some backwards, brother.
I laugh because I have a Mike Herzog, who people see comment every now and then. He has a motorcycle, and I was at his house a couple of years ago, and I want to go for a ride, and I haven't drove a motorcycle in a decade at that point. And he's like, "Oh, do you want to just take mine?" And I'm like, I haven't rode in a while, I don't know. And he goes, "Do you want to ride? It's kind of against and I'm like, yeah. And I go to my car, and I just happened, for real, to have this exact scarf in my car. And I threw it on, and I go, "Let's go." And he goes, "I'm going to regret this." I just believe in being fun. Like, I live with the motto. My whole life, I've said this. Anytime stuff happens and stress just is hitting everybody, and I'm the one that has to be like the inspiration or the, "Hey, let's go," I say, "Don't worry, it's going to be fun." And I say that because there's enough shit in our world. Go find the positive and have fun with it. And if you're standing there and you're bored out your mind, do something that makes it fun for you. That could be something as simple as spinning a lighter and like catching it in your hand. That could be something like standing next to somebody you don't even know, and you just start a bullshit conversation, and the next thing you know, they're the CEO of like Walmart. I'm dead serious. You don't know what is going to be around you if you don't take a step. And you know what? Sometimes you need to go nuts to butts. I don't know what it is, but I just feel no nuts to butts.
You could lose your hand card in some circles doing that.
I'm just saying, like, I'm like, I truly believe, and people tell me I'm special and I'm unique, and here's the thing, I'm not. I'm me. Yeah. Yes, I'm just showing the faith that's supposed to come through me. Yeah. And I've lived this my whole life, and the thing is, I judged myself off of everybody else. And like, love me, like me. No, I'm fucking funny. Like me for me. And if you don't like me, bye. Because the truth is, I need to be the best representation. And then you have to have your close circle. Jesus fed 5,000, but he only had 12 that he would let talk to him and tell him, like, give advice to. Jesus walked with the masses, but he did not literally listen to what the ones that weren't in his circle. And I never processed that in a way that made me break out of me. So I never looked in the mirror. And I think it was funny. I spin fire as a hobby, and I do this a lot by myself. And my dad and mom will be.
I've got a friend that does that.
I love it.
I've got a friend that spins fire.
What kind of fire?
On a hula hoop and everything. She's got all the things. I'm gonna send you a link. She's on TikTok. I'm gonna send you stuff. She's so good.
If I start posting, so I stopped posting me spinning years ago, and that was mainly because I had people making fun of me for it. They're like, "Aren't you an adult? Stop being like, you're in your 30s."
I hula every day. I don't care what people say.
That's what I mean. I let people get in my head and make it exactly. And then I thought it was interesting because the thing that pulled me out of it was the Bible. And when I started reading it again, it was just certain verses about letting your light shine. And I'm listening, and somebody reads one of those verses, and I'm literally spinning and practicing this move that I want to get. That's really a tough move. And I'm outside by myself in the dark, and I noticed both my parents, who always made fun of me for this. Like, they think it's cute, but it's just a hobby. It's like if I was to go be playing pickup basketball games. And I go ahead, Bob.
Oh, I was going to say, when you conversation here, from my perspective, I think the biggest issue in the world today is most people are in an identity crisis. They're trying to get in the biker world everywhere. They're trying to get their identity from a group of people, a club, or something. And whenever you try to get your identity from somebody else, they're never going to allow you to get above them. They're going to keep you at this level. You've got to know who you are. And I like every desire, or it's like, I don't know what you want to call it, to be successful, but they don't know what success is. They don't know what love is. They think it's an emotion, whatever. But success, the definition of it is the fulfillment of original purpose. I mean, your vacuum is not successful unless it's sucking dirt out of your rug. And every human being has the same original purpose, and that's to be in a relationship with the Creator. I don't care what that looks like. Everybody's relationship is going to be different. But until we know the purpose we have in life, and we know our identity, and we're secure in it, we're going to be looking everywhere else for some place to fit in. And we weren't made to fit. We're made to stand out and have be a light that shines. And if we're looking for somebody else to give us our identity, we're never going to know who we are, and we're going to keep trying to fill this void we have in us with drugs, alcohol, say all this crap, and it just don't work. You just got to know who you are and be comfortable in your own skin. And if not, you just live in a fantasy, somebody's fantasy, and it don't work. It just won't.
100%, 150 million%, Bob.
150 million%.
Yes, I just like to be over the top. CK, with that being said, you are always writing, looking into yourself, finding ways to better yourself. And you don't do it publicly, but recently you've been writing a little bit more about, like, you felt compelled to write things, and you've been putting it on social media, I've noticed. How has your leadership and looking in the mirror and seeing CK, how do you build CK up every day?
Each and every day, I choose to, like I say, first of all, abide in gratitude. Number two, you have to choose to make yourself a priority. It's one thing to put everyone else above you and before you, but it's not wise to be pouring from an empty cup. When you are filled, then you're better to give more and the best of who you are. And in giving the best of who you are, you do not give so much of you away until you have none of you left for you. So that is the important thing. When you give all of you away, you will find that you are left on empty. And that's when we tend to abide in frustration and anger and animosity and resentment, because you're like, well, damn, don't they know what all I'm doing? We may have to sometimes we have to retreat from the public and go inward. And when you can to go inward, even when feeling agitated, step and ask yourself, what's wrong with me? Not in a critical way, but what's going on with me? And be able to listen to what your soul is telling you, or to pinpoint why it is you're feeling a certain way. It's one thing to say you're feeling a certain way. It's another thing to be able to go within and be able to hear your spirit, hear your soul. Why am I feeling this way? When did it start? What was the catalyst to me getting here? And even if you can't exactly pinpoint it, you can say, it's time for me to get centered. Let me just shut everything down, everybody out, and just abide with spirit and be able to hear what it is that you need to hear. The only thing you're hearing is quiet. Quiet is where we can find ourselves. And far too often, most people do not spend enough time with shutting down the distractions and the vices and the devices of our life, which can short circuit us. And we will get so wired for sound, and being pulled here and being pulled there and being pulled there. Don't allow everyone and everything. I do not allow everything and everyone to pull on me, to satisfy what their needs are, especially if I am feeling that I am not at my best. Feeling at your best doesn't mean that you have to be, Pollyanna happy all the time. It just means that you have to have peace and harmony within yourself, where you say at the end of the day, I know that I have done well. You're not going to bed pissed off and angry and frustrated and waking up in the morning with a headache. When I can wake up every day and say, you know what, today is going to be a damn good day. Nothing has gone on yet, but I've set the tone and say, you know what, it is a great day. I have this little wake up to routine on my phone. When my alarm goes off, it says, good. It has a British accent. Good morning, CK. The time is, the temperature out, the weather is, and says, enjoy your day. Now I will start Pandora, and Pandora music comes on, and whatever song comes on is appropriate. And so I just start off my day dancing. It's like, yes, it's going to be a great day. So when you can start off your day and like, you know what? I am alive. I am present. It is right now. Right now is what I have. So I'm going to make the best of right now. And regardless of what happened on yesterday, today is a brand new day. So that means I have a new chance for a brand new start, and the hell with everything that was, because right now the only thing I have is. And when you abide in is, in that present moment, everything else is just kind of falls into place, and you just take it as it comes. Don't get fixated over, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. Instead of saying you have to do this, like, wow, I get to do this. I get to create this amazing life for myself. And it doesn't matter what it looks like to anyone else, as long as you can feel at peace with it.
Right.
I love that. I love that.
In the beginning, CJ, that was a big reason why I stepped down from ministry and walked away after my wife died. Man, I was so empty, and all the every I was in university doing the pastoral theology thing. Professors, they like true ministry only comes. You're not full yourself, then you cannot effectively. If you threw a rock at that well, you wouldn't have got a rip. I had choices. I had everybody, brother, telling me, "Man, you don't have to quit. You don't have to go away. You can make, But in my mind, I could one so hammered from it. I mean, people felt like freedom, like whatever, but I only could see what I could see, and I had to go and follow. I have a patch on my vest that says, people who can't, who don't have the courage or strength to follow their own dreams will do whatever they can to discourage you from following. I had to do what was right for me, what was good for me. I was empty, I was hurting, and I had to get away from it all. And I found myself. I mean, it took a while. There's a story in the Old Testament about Saul before he became king. He was living there in Israel, and he lost a whole bunch of donkeys. His dad did, so his dad sent him off with one of his servants to go all over Israel looking for his donkeys, and he couldn't find them. So anyway, he gets ready to give up and go back, and his servant says, "Hey, there's a prophet of God over here. Why don't we go see if he knows where these donkeys are?" So Saul takes off to go over there to find this prophet. Meanwhile, God talks to the prophet and says to him, "Hey, this guy's coming to ask you where his donkeys are. He thinks he's looking for his donkeys, but really, he's going to run smack into his destiny, man." So he goes to Samuel the prophet, say, "Well, where's my donkeys?" And Samuel says, "Never mind the damn donkeys. Let me anoint you. You're the next king of Israel." So a lot of times, man, we think we're out there wandering around looking for donkeys or whatever, and we're really close to seeing our destiny, man. So, never give up. Just keep going, man.
I love that. I love that, man.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. We might not have had a guest today, but we had a great message, and I'm thankful that we were able to do this. I'm actually just going to get ready to like end us a little early today just because I'm going to get ready for my day. And this gives me a chance to jump in the shower since I don't usually get that at this time. Like I'm going to go, I work out and then I come to you guys in a different shirt and I'm changed. And then I try to take a shower and get back into my emails and that. But like, I want to end the show with positivity today. And there's 3 people here that I know is looking for donkeys is my new tattoo. Is my new motto. I'm sorry, my new motto. I like the new tattoo better. I just couldn't resist reading it. So I'm going to start us with our goodbyes and the positive affirmations, and then I'm just going to work my way around. We'll go Ilsa, Bob, and then CK. So, guys, I look forward to this. So today I'm just excited that I get to be out and doing things, and I get people like Bob and Ilsa and Gavin and Jay, and everybody gets to be themselves. And CK comes in and smiles and gives us a laugh. These are the days that you get the chance to actually fall in love with yourself and see what you're doing is making a difference. We might not have had 100 viewers. We might not have had 50 million likes, but at the end of the day, we're here. And the people that are here were meant to be here. So thank you for showing up. My niece is my inspiration today. She's opening her first lemonade stand. And instead of getting profits for making the lemonade and jewelry and hair ties and all these little things, every single dollar that they raise covers the cost, but then the profits, 100% of them are literally going to a local nonprofit that helps kids in her community in Austin, Texas. And truth be told, she came up with this on her own. This little girl is 9 years old and just inspires me daily. She does things like this. And I just think if a 9-year-old can start a lemonade stand where she's like, I don't worry about anything, I'm just going to donate the money back to kids who don't have things, it makes me really proud of my sister and my family for wanting to influence her life like that, because Lissy is coming into her own and figuring out who she is. And at 9, I wish I had the knowledge that she had. And so I say that to say, what are you doing today and who is influencing your lives? Because my 9-year-old niece influences mine just as much as you guys. Thanks for joining us.
That's a tough act to follow.
Sorry.
First of all, I just want to say that the messages that I got today from you guys, I really appreciate it. Sometimes we just need to hear what needs to be said. I think a lot of us just don't want to admit the truth to ourselves. But we are worthy of love, and we are worthy of the love that we give ourselves, and we need to love our neighbor the same way and be more compassionate towards each other. So today I'm just grateful for meeting all of you guys, and just want to say thank you for the difference that you are making in my life on my spiritual journey. Because I have a long way to go and a lot to learn about myself still as well, because this is all new for me, stepping into my authenticity. I have had a mask on for about 36 years, thinking that I dealt with my past, which I didn't, and my whole life came crashing down because I put my trust in people and not in God. And that was a lot for me to deal with. And I hope that everybody's messages just gets to the right people. And thank you. That's all I can say is thank you. And you guys must have a wonderful day. And I'm sending love and light and just everything beautiful to everybody watching.
Well, hey, everybody. I just ended today with what we talked about a bit ago. It's really good to get away from everybody. Just start praying. But know this: you're loved. You're loved. You're appreciated. You're you're unique. Nobody else can do what you do the way you were created. Just go out there and love yourself, because you can't love your neighbor the way you ought to. Love so much, so much life out there that can be enjoyed. Perspective, man, that is key to everything. CK or they was saying, you know, start your morning right. Get back, look in the mirror, and I don't care what you think about yourself in the eye and say, I am loved. I am worth, I am loved, and I am going to go out and I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to let my light shine. It's around me. I'm the attitude that it takes. So just go out there and love yourself first, and love other people, and listen to your gut, because you might think you've lost whatever, you're done. You just right around the corner. Just ever get stay in the fight with everything you got to be. Don't allow anybody to tell you who you are, what you're worth, because you are worth the world. Just about get blessed and be. I just want to say I love you guys, and I appreciate so much today's conversation. I wish I'd have got into it, but so, God bless. Have a great day. I hope that you know that you're loved. I love you. God bless. God bless.
Good morning,
Uh-oh.
everyone. I just want to encourage whoever it is that may be going through some very difficult times now. You may wear a smile outside, but know that you're hurting on the inside. And you're hurt on the inside, just know that whatever you're going through, it did not come to stay, but it shall come to pass. Take your life one step at a time, one day at a time. Be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I can do this. You may need to ask for some assistance, and there is no shame in asking for help whenever you need it, because we're all interconnected. We are all connected to each other. So just be able to close your eyes and just say, you know what? I am here. I am present. I am now. You may not can do anything about everything that's going on, but you can abide in the moment and be grateful for whatever it is that you have. And if you are facing some of the most difficult times in your life right now, just know that you're going through it. You have made it up to this point, and you will get through what it is you go through, because at this moment in time, you're a lot better off than what you may have been previously. So give yourself some grace. Give your love on yourself enough to be kind. We all have too many critics and too many enemies and naysayers out there in the world. Say yes to you, and everything else will fall into place. So I want to let you know I love you. Brandon loves you. Ilsa loves you. Mr. Bob loves you. And if you ever feel that you're at the end of your rope, then just reach out. It does not have to be the end of you. It could be the brand new beginning. So if you find yourself at rock bottom, say the only place I can go is up from here. And I just want to encourage you to hang in there. All is well. God does all things well. And be encouraged, be at peace, and know that this is a brand new day. Each day you wake up, it's a brand new day for new beginnings. So
Amen.
peace, love, and grace and mercy to everyone.
Amen.
God bless.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Wow. What a great. Oh, go ahead, Bob. Sorry.
I just want to encourage everybody, man. If you're like what CK just said, to reach out. My Facebook page, man, it's open. Everything's there. If there's anybody out there that's in a crisis, whatever, man, I'll take the time. I'll drop whatever I'm doing, and I'll do what I can do for anybody. Just jump on my Facebook page, shoot me a message, and I'll get to you. If I'm on my scooter, I might not see the message right away, but I'm here, and I'll help anybody do anytime, any way I can. So don't be afraid to reach out to me on my Facebook page, man. I'm here.
I think that Jaybird ends it with the best line: "Find your donkey, but don't be an ass. You make a difference."
Amen. Yeah.
Amen. So, guys, great episode today. 100%. The love was there. The energy was there. You could feel it. Don't forget to hit that like, that subscribe, that share button. Honestly, that's the only way we grow is through connecting with the people of our communities that you guys have. So this community is built off the people you want to have here. So invite the people you want. And remember, Brian Tracy promised me 5 hugs for a strip. So bounce to bounce, bounce to bounce.